Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Say hi. Let me know who you are. We are just getting everything fired up. Everything fired up for the stream today. How was your Thanksgiving? Let me know. No data. It was good. How was your Thanksgiving? I'm just gonna get some of these points out of the way here. Because why the heck not? Let's get some wins going. Welcome, welcome, guys. How you doing today? Alex, how you doing? Alex, the event actually going quite well. Funny enough, I'm just doing a warm up on the event right now. But yeah, no, it went. I did it all last night. Like I did all my points. I just kind of refreshed them this morning. But yeah, no, it went perfect. I got the Venusaur on my first pack and ended up getting two of the Jigglypuffs, which I really wanted for my Wigglytuff deck right away. So ultimately, I got exactly what I needed. I don't have all the cards yet, but I have everything I need for my deck. So pretty pumped about that. How's the event going for you so far? Were you able to get anything good? My wife got all the cards already. She did the whole thing in one night. Got every card. I mean, she didn't get all the, like, she is a completionist, so she will do all of like the little tasks. Whereas me, on the other hand, like, as soon as I kind of have enough cards and enough that if I want to trade, I can trade. Like, I kind of just call it after that. Got 5 Venusaurs and 10 of the rest. So I'm all set. Dude, that's sick. That's sweet. Yeah, no, I haven't really. Yeah, I like. For me, like, I mean, I've been pretty clear about it. I'm not really just a. I'm not really the type that is a collectionist. I don't feel the need to ever have like the complete anything like Apex. I don't plan on getting the full set of Apex. For me, it's just about getting the cards I need for my decks. And like the last event, like I wanted because I had Articunos, I definitely wanted to have some Laprases just like cuz I could. And I always try to get a couple of each of the cards, and especially the Butterfree. I only had one Butterfree, so getting another Butterfree was a good thing. So that's usually kind of how I just do it. Um, we do have a pack. Um, we are the plan for today. Brandon, how you doing, man? Alex, say hi to Brandon. Brandon, say hi to Alex. Came right for the pack opening, as per the usual Charizard pack. We ended up getting on this account. Wow, that was just junk. On this account, Tower, how you doing? So to everybody here, the plan for today is we ended up getting the next Charizard for the Charizard deck. So little recap, last weekend, so what, like 6 days ago? 6 days ago on Saturday, there was a massive tournament. And the winning deck was a Charizard deck. So we were missing a lot of cards from that deck. And this week we tried our very best to try to get as many of those cards as we could. And we are super close. So I have a modified version of that deck. So I'm going to take you guys through it right here, right now. I'll tell you what I changed versus what is the real deck. And you can let me know what you think. I labbed it a bit last night. I played maybe 10 matches and I didn't lose a single one. So I figured, give me a good chance to play it today. And if we like it, while I'm still trying to get the last card for the deck, we'll see how it performs. And then next week we'll do a statistics analysis on how good it does. Peter, how you doing? Got 4 Venusaurs using 2 Ninetales, 2 Rapidash, 2 Heatmore, 2 Blaine, no EX deck build. Dude, that's sick. I mean, to be fair, though, the Ninetales deck is super hot right now. It's super hot. Is Mrs. McDonald still there? She's at work right now. She's in the office. Today, it is just me. She only works from home on Wednesdays or Thursdays. She only gets 1 day from home a week. So, taking a look at this deck, we got 1 Growlithe. Dark Sector is free to keep on Steam, so pick it up. Hey, there you guys go. If you're into Dark Sector, free on Steam. Okay, so let's go over the deck real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she just stopped in to say hi. She's trying to get techie with it. She just stopped in to say hi. She doesn't really know how live streams work, but that's okay. So we got Growlithe here. We got 2 Arcanines. 1 Growlithe, 2 Arcanines. It calls for 2 Arcanine EXs. This is the card we're missing. We threw this guy in, and we actually don't hate it. We don't hate it because it only counts as 1 prize. So it does give like a little bit of a variation if you are in a little bit of a sacrifice play where you can throw this out instead of giving away a Arcanine EX. And also, honestly, in a pinch, 100 damage definitely is not bad. Then we are also rocking 2 Charmanders, 2 Charmeleons, and then the Charizard. So we had this Charizard, and then last night we pulled this guy. I do like this card. This is actually my favorite Charizard card of the whole set. So after that, we are rocking 1 potion. So that is the same as the champion deck. The champion deck is only running 1 X speed and 1 red card. 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, 1 Sabrina. I opted to swap the red card for an X speed, and the reason for that is when I was playing it, it felt a little clunky if I don't start with Moltres. So if I don't start with Moltres, the name of this deck is you want Moltres in the starting zone as soon as possible. So having to, if you start with a Charmander or Growlithe and then you go first, you don't get that first energy, then you get the Moltres, you are wasting a turn just trying to do a swap if you don't have the X speed. So just double the X speed gives us twice as many chances to get it out. That's some support. Let's go. Yeah, dude. I'm excited for more support cards to come into the game, but that is where we're at. We did lose 1 game with this last night, and that 1 game was specifically to a Misty Starmie that happened on turn 2. They did a Misty going first, got 3 energies, was able to get an attack off, and got a Starmie next turn, and I just was never able to get anything off the ground. I wasn't even able to get Moltres in, and that's when I swapped into doing the double X speed. At some point in time today, if we're not doing so hot or we want to do a change up, we can also change up to our other 2 decks that we are labbing. We kind of showed them a little bit yesterday. We did change this one up because we don't have the Starmie. We're trying 2 Articunos with 2 Wigglytuffs with the new Jigglypuff. I did play a little bit with the new Jigglypuff, and it works quite well against the fire deck. So the deck I'm using right now. And then the other one, it is with Hitmonchan, but we did swap out to get the new Jigglypuffs in there. So that is what we're working with today. Anybody that's in here, please feel free to drop a like down on the stream. We got 6 of you in here, 3 likes. Let's get as many likes. Let's try to beat our record today and get over 20 likes on the live stream. That'd be cool, right? That'd be neat. I don't know. They do say that. So let's just run into it. We did a little warm up against the AI, and let's get on the right deck and see what happens. See what we can do. In the right mode. All right. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? I know that some of you I saw yesterday on my open play day. Everybody, thank you for popping by. That did come by. Hashtag liked. Hashtag Marco YOLO. Hashtag viral. Let's go. So in this exact scenario, so obviously we're not starting where we want and we don't have the X speed, but at least with the Professor's Research, we have twice as many chances for it to pop up, right? So that's what we're hoping for. Yes, it is the exact same. The only card that I've been able to tell that's different from what I've collected, I'm still missing a few cards, is the Jigglypuff. The Greninja is the exact same. The Venusaur is the exact same. The Onyx is the exact same. I'm pulling blanks on the rest of the cards right now, but I'm fairly certain all the rest of them are all the same. Yeah, same as the normal. Okay, so we are fighting a electric deck here. Now this electric deck is going to have a little bit of a leg up on our Moltres, but the reality is a Moltres is just like a throttled Misty. It's not quite as good, but boy oh boy is it sure dang close. Alright, so we are just going to have to do this and hope for the best. We hope that he doesn't get to fill his bench up right here, right now. The same as normal, yeah. Peter, that's so nuts, man. I give you kudos again to how many wins you've got. It's crazy. I was looking you up. You've got like so many wins, man. As a Canadian, I celebrate U.S. Thanksgiving by going to a law firm event where we watch NFL and drink from 3 to 6. There you go. Okay, so we did get the X speed, and that is kind of what we want here. Now, granted, he is in a scenario where it is very clear he's going to try to use the Zebstrika to bop everything on the head, which is totally fair. Totally fair. If he kills Growlithe, it won't be the end of the world, because we do have a second Charmander. So we will have some options. And all it means is that we're going to have to balance. We're going to have to do a little bit of a balancing act on our Pokemon that go out to make sure that we don't get, we don't want to put everything on Charmander and have him kill Charmander. We want them both to have equal opportunities in this game. Haunter promo is different from the normal. That's right. Haunter is a flip a coin. If heads do 50 damage, tails do 0 damage. Okay, so this is a great example. We are just going to balance them out for right now, because the Zebstrika, in reality, he might still attack Growlithe, but his instinct is also going to be that Charizard is the win condition. So, keep that in mind. There we go. See, as we said, his Charmander is going to be the win condition for him to kill, which is all good. I mean, it sucks if he does kill him. Next, on this go, we likely are just going to do more energy on the Growlithe. That's why we have both, and we have 2 Arcanines. So, even if we have to play the non-EX, then so be it. Did anybody buy anything for Black Friday? That's a great question. And you know what? This is what we're also going to do. We're going to not only put that there, we're going to put these here. Because we can always be aggressive with Moltres too. We don't even need to do anything to Charmander. Now, granted, if we get the Charmeleon, 100% he's going down. Even on our Charmander that's almost dead. Admittedly, he is going very slow here. I'm not sure if it's just really bad pickups. Okay, so based on that, that's the first card that we've seen the Voltorb to have any idea on what kind of deck that we are playing against right now. That's the first indication we've had on what we're actually playing. So we, of course, now we get our 1 potion. That's okay. We are going to... Okay. We are just going to start attacking. Just some winter gear myself. We are... Yeah, so we are going to get some noise canceling headphones. We were going to take a look. Actually, we did get a Visa, or sorry, a Amazon credit card. And the Amazon credit card here, if you were accepted on it, you get a $200 gift certificate. So we might be looking at getting a GoPro with that, which would be sick. But obviously we don't fully know yet. Oh, nice. He's getting some serious value out of his Zebstrika. I can't take that away from him. Okay, so we are going to be able to just barely keep our Growlithe out alive. We are in a scenario where we're probably just fighting with Moltresses this game, but we can't lose any Moltresses either. But yeah, so yeah, we got the $200 gift certificate, so we're going to be looking at a GoPro. We are looking to get a GoPro potentially, and my wife needs noise canceling headphones for the gym. So that's where we're at. Okay, so we're probably going to take an L on our very first game here. Sadly. Okay, we are in a scenario where we definitely need to start getting some better Pokemon so that we can start knocking out some Pokemon. Okay, here we go. We finally are getting somewhere. It's a little late to the party. We're not quite dead, but you know, we are struggling. We are going to put a potion down on the Growl or the Arcanine now, just to make sure. And we are going to slowly start putting energy on Charmeleon in hopes that he gets something out of it. We will do this. Oh, that was actually wrong, but that's okay. We do just need to stall right now. We do need to stall. I'm currently event farming promo packs. Dude, I don't blame you for it. I mean, the one thing, how long is the event? Does anybody know how long the Venusaur event is? Thermal? Brandon, do you usually get a season's pass now? Are you usually getting a season's pass for the ski hill? I probably should have played Arcanine and just did a one-hit KO. My issue with that is it just takes me to 90 HP. Oh, nice. Yeah, we lost. Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't quite lose this. Not quite. We're not in a great spot, but we're not in the worst spot. Now, we just go a couple of times to different... That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, so we are going to get Charizard out. One thing that is good is Charizard is at full HP. He does not have the energy required right now, but we're going to X-Speed this just so that we can keep... Oh. No. Let's go to here. And we are going to Sabrina. Let's get something else in to maybe get hit. I think that's maybe the play. Or do we just kill the Electrode? We maybe just kill the Electrode. Let's just kill it. Let's see what happens. Now, obviously, if they play another Sabrina, it won't be the best scenario for us, but it's not the end of the world for us either. Probably rent a cabin somewhere this year. Ooh, that's cool. Do like some winter camping in out in the bush. Whereabouts would you go? Like, would you go more north, like closer to Edmonton? Like, where's like the most ideal places to look at cabins up in Alberta? Or would you stay kind of close to home? My eyes are burning. Why do you have a normal Arcanine in the deck? If you don't have two, just ignore me. I don't have two. That is the actual answer. I don't have two. And we win this, guys. This is actually pretty awesome. So we are in a scenario right now where we could try to get Charizard out and slash. But in reality, because Arcanine's main purpose in this deck is to just kill Pikachu EX. That's it. That's his whole point of being in here. Yeah, Tower. So here's the thing. I will say, I just pulled my second Charizard for this deck yesterday. Now, before I pulled it, I started labbing this deck. I'll show you. I started labbing this deck. Let's get a quick little update there. We got 1-0 on the board. Today is a learning day, but still, we got 1 win, 0 losses. Or Southern Alberta. I hear mountains have a good hill where only 3 hours from the border. Oh, dude, that's sweet. Like, would that be closer to like Lethbridge then? Okay, so I was labbing a fire deck yesterday because I was missing the Charizard. So I actually had just the one Charizard EX and the normal Charizard, and then I only had one Arcanine and one EX, and then the non. And so that was the deck I actually made. And to be completely honest, it really wasn't that bad. There was situations where people were definitely like, I wasn't pulling the Charizard EX, but I had enough energies that throwing this down with 5 energies was like menacing. I was able to sweep teams with that. And then also in a pinch, putting Arcanine down because I didn't have the EX, and then they only would take 1 prize instead of 2, it kind of did balance out. So I do wonder if there is like a little bit of a method to the madness in relation to not only having EXs, because if you ever do need to throw something away right now on the deck, you are throwing away 2 points. I'm just throwing it out there. There might, I mean, granted, if you throw one of those away, they only need 2 more points, which is 1 EX. But In reality, yes, it should be an EX, but it's not really affecting the deck too bad. And in a pinch, if I need to throw it down, I can throw it down. So the main way to answer your question is I'm missing it. But it does kind of make for an interesting conversation that like this deck really probably works mostly the same with just with missing one EX of each and having the normal. Like, especially if you had a normal Charizard and a normal Arcanine, then you have an ability where you actually have two really strong Pokemon that only count as one prize, and then they have to take out an EX next. So I like, in that regard too, I don't actually even hate it. Okay, so we are fighting another electric deck. We are going second, which is good. As good as it can be for a not so ideal start anyway. Okay, so this will be a slightly similar deck. The last deck had a Voltorb, so it either was incomplete or it did have some sort of Lieutenant Surge potential. This one for sure has a Lieutenant Surge potential. So we are yet to face off with a Lieutenant Surge. So this will be interesting. Okay. Full bench. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Red card could not have come soon enough. And that's the thing. I think people just most of the time suck with red cards anyway, that it doesn't really matter with red cards. I mean, I can get some really good red cards when I'm like really thinking about it, but like, I mean, not that anybody is not capable of it. Everybody's capable of it, but okay. There we go. See, and that's why we opted for the extra X speed, because now like the reality is this is just a Misty. This is just a free Misty now, a turn ahead of them. Yes, he's going to be super effective against me, but it doesn't even really matter. He's already red carded me. Chances of him having 2 red cards is slim to none. On top of the fact that I only have 2 cards in my hand anyway. Why would you even use a red card? Okay. So let's get our Mayfair Misty rolling, Inferno Dance. Anybody that doesn't know, Inferno Dance makes it so that we get to flip 3 coins. Every heads, we get an energy. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. But you know what? Hopefully we make up for it on next turn. One thing that we do enjoy about this is at least... one thing, okay, that's quite good. Who's the most jacked Pokemon? Machamp, easily. He's got the biggest muscles. Oh. Or Girder Timberline. He literally just lifts like steel. That's like his whole stick. Literally stick. Okay. So we are going to Inferno Dance. We do need to do better than 3 tails this time though. There we go. Okay. Well, you know what? It is better. It is definitely better. And one thing we do have going for us is that now we don't necessarily need to put energy on Moltres. We can. We don't need to. Depends on how explosive he gets right here, which is going to be fairly explosive by the looks of it. So sadly, the Moltres is just going to be what the Moltres is going to be. We just have to accept that he is dead next turn. Our options are we can either take out 70 and roll the dice. Oh. We're going to do 2 things. We are going to Sabrina. Who's the lamest Pokemon? That's a good question. Why don't you guys answer that? Who do you guys think is the lamest Pokemon? Okay, so we either are going to waste another X speed or waste an energy, which we are okay with either. Even if he wastes an energy, we are in a situation... Oh, we just made a little goof. We made a goof. Okay, that helps, but we did make a goof. We did not put energy down. That is unfortunate. We lost our energy. We needed that energy. That one energy was the difference between winning and losing. Okay. All good. Nose Pass. Nose Pass is the worst Pokemon, says Tower. Okay. So, instincts are saying, oh, maybe we should do Crimson Storm, but that is not the case. He can't kill me with Zapdos right now. So we're just going to do Slash. We're in a situation right now where likely he wants to Sabrina. If he has a Sabrina should come out. And maybe for that reason, I should have played the Arcanine. Just to have 130 HP. That might have been the play. It would have been almost impossible to retreat, but it would have at least given me the HP that if he does a swap into Pikachu with the Sabrina, then... Okay, so we know that's not going to happen now because he's played his support, but that is something we will consider for next turn. We'll just consider it. Okay, so he's going to do Peck on me. I don't see a win condition for him, sadly. Even if he gets a Raichu out, there's not much he can do. And obviously part of that is because he doesn't know we have a Giovanni. Perfect. So instead of putting it here, we will put it here. And we will play the Giovanni. And we will take this guy out. Lamest is whatever the name of those bats in the Game Boy in the caves when you constantly activated them. Zubat. What are you talking about? Zubat, super original concept. It's like not even based off an animal on our Earth. And then in Zubat, when he gets bigger, he turns into Goldbat. And then later, if he gets even bigger, he turns into Crobat, which is where humans got the invention of the crowbar. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. I made up that last part about the crowbar, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Zubat. Okay, so this is all good. This is all good. So it's a good thing we would have played the other one if we'd gotten it. Yeah, he plays the Sabrina and hoping that we just play the other Charmander, but like that just was never gonna happen. That doesn't mean that they might not like release it. They might release it at a certain point, or maybe you have to do a different event, or maybe it'll only be in the store for like a day or two. I don't know, Tower. I do agree. It was a beautiful mat. Can we get an update for the board? We've beaten 2 Pikachu decks, and that was 2-0. 2-0. Updating the board. We got a early start today. Early start, couple wins. This deck is just like, here's the thing. It's massively consistent, but it's only consistent until it's not. So who will be here to knock it down when the time comes, you know? What will be the winner of this deck? Because you can't just have like a tournament where everybody uses this exact deck, even though mine technically isn't the exact one you'd want. But not everybody can use the same thing. Okay, so we're fighting a water deck. My guess would be Starmie. I've been seeing a lot of Starmies. Oh, Jigglypuff. So this is kind of similar to my other deck, likely. We've got a Jigglypuff. Chances are there will be a Wigglytuff, but what is the added Pokemon? Is it going to be a Starmie, Lapras, or is it going to be Starmie, Lapras, or Articuno? Those are really the top choices. I'm trying it with Articuno just because I don't have 2 Starmies for the deck. Starmie might be a little bit more explosive. Oh, and he's doing it with Blastoise, which is interesting because Blastoise is he's an energy hog, and honestly, every time he gets to keep me asleep, it's going to slow down this whole engine. So he's definitely not hating his current scenario. But what that does mean is I either A, need to do really good pulls, or B, I need to get 3 energy onto Moltres as fast as possible, which is 3 turns. So that, ouch, second time, 0 and 3 on those. That is going to matter a lot more on a deck where he can be putting me to sleep and is going to be leveling up a Squirtle in the background, a Blastoise in the background. Worth noting. I'm just trying to think. What do I think is the worst Pokemon? Like the lamest Pokemon. Oh wow, we're waking up good today though. At least we have that on our side. It'd be nice to get. Well, we are gonna either get Moltres or Charmander. Kind of want Charmander right now, but we do have this. This guy back here. So we do have to keep putting this on here. Wow, we got a whole surge of people in here. Welcome, welcome, guys. Don't forget to drop a like. Let's get as many likes on this stream as possible. We are the kings of getting tails today. We are 2 wins, 0 losses. We finally have what it takes to make this deck. Shoot, I'm almost tempted to put this on Moltres itself rather than Growlithe, but at least we have the Growlithe non-EX. Mew! Welcome, Mew. Hello, folks. Mew, say hi. I don't know if Mew, if you've met Brandon. You might have met him the other day. He was quickly on here. It's my best man from Canada. And there we go. We got a Blastoise that is pretty much ready to just stick it to me. And I keep falling asleep. And this time I'm not waking up. This time we are not waking up. Okay. I'm loving his composition though. I will say that. I'm down for whatever he is doing. And when we're asleep, we can't retreat. We can't attack at all. All you can do when you're asleep is you can either... Oh, that's lame. When you're asleep, you can either do an ability or you can evolve. So if you have an ability, you can use it. You still stay asleep. But if you have do an evolve, then you get to wake up and you continue onward. So a couple ways around. Hey, that's good. Peter. Likewise. Nice to meet you. Brandon was asking anybody that is here, did anybody buy anything or is looking to buy anything for Black Friday today? Ooh. Okay, we're at least awake. Okay, so this gives us like our last turn of flipping dice. Okay. We do need this to work. Oh. Okay. We are in a scenario that if he has no potions, we actually can get a kill with our canine next turn. It does put us pretty vulnerable, but we are going to try it. Our bench just looks horrible anyway, but he might be able to pick up on it. Granted, we do not have the right Arcanine. We only have the normal one. Any potion ruins this. But if he doesn't play a potion, then we are going to be... Okay, he doesn't play the potion. So, what does that mean since he didn't play the potion? Or since he did play the potion? What that means is we are not ready to take him out yet. That's all it means. When are you asleep? Fire deck. Yeah, Mew. We ended up pulling some of the cards we needed for this deck last night. We ended up getting our final Charizard. So we are playing it today. We are missing one card. I'll go over it once this battle's over, what we're missing and what we changed from the championship deck, and it worked for us. And on top of that, we are so lucky that we have 2x speeds because that is the one change we just made. We are so far behind on this fight right now, but we just barely have a chance to stay in this game, and it's because of our Arcanine EX draw right now. Let's get some hype going. So very, very lucky. Yes, this is going to hurt us a little bit, and we very well might have to do a retreat next turn, but this will be enough with what we did with the last Moltres to take out this Blastoise. You can pray to wake up. That's also what you can do in your sleep. Yeah, that's true. Oh wow. Dragonite with Articuno, non-EX, Jigglypuff, Promo, and Misty looks good. Saw a video, a YouTube video. Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking Dragonite with Jigglypuff alone might be decent enough to stall. Like if you were to use that, say with yeah, he needs to stall with putting me to sleep, I think. If you were to yeah, we'll just put Moltres in. We're not dumb enough to put in Charmander. Wait, we ain't that dumb. Yeah, I could see that a Jigglypuff would be good with maybe Kangaskhan juggling back and forth. But I mean, we're definitely not out of the woods yet. But we have brought this back to a scenario where we're not necessarily full on scared of a. We're not full scared of a Blastoise coming out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want a Blastoise out, and we don't have very many turns left, but we do have the Sabrina, and as long as we can wake up, there is a chance to win. And we did wake up, but he's going to put us right back to sleep. Yeah. Are you playing this game on PC web browser? I'm not, Brandon. I play this on my phone, so I play this on my phone and I virtually cast it through the Wi-Fi onto a program called OBS. And as I literally point that out, I can see that it is slightly shifted on my OBS. So let's center that. Thank you for reminding me by accident. All right, let's see if we wake up. We're still asleep. Come on, we are giving this guy way too many turns. Okay, so at the very minimum, we can start putting a threat of Charizard in this guy's life. One thing that's good about Charizard is he is going to be able to live through anything excluding a Blastoise with 5 energy, where he is not even close to 5 energy right now. But he's also going to give me the time I need to get my Charizard to have a little bit of energy. I like to call Seaking versus Seaking Fish fencing. Oh my gosh. Seaking versus Seaking Fish fencing. Gotcha. Okay, so we're probably going to see a Blastoise come out right now. Yeah. And we're not necessarily that mad about it. Unless we don't wake up right now. He is a 50% chance of winning right here if we're still asleep. Okay. We are not still asleep. And now we just win. We put the energy up. We put the Sabrina up. Which Sabrina forces him to put something else into play. And then we retreat and we put up Arcanine and we take this out. So even against a Blastoise deck where he has the advantage, we still overcome. Welcome, guys. We got a bunch of people in here now. We're up to 9 people. Please do not feel bad about dropping a like on the stream. It really helps us out. If you are new, say hi in the chat. We got Mew, we got Brandon, we got Tower, we got Peter, all actively chatting right now. We'd love to hear you say hi and join in on the talk. Let's get an update on the board. We are at 3-0, and we are going to take a step back now so I can show Mew this deck. So we yesterday we're playing around with a different deck. We built a fire deck after we got off stream because we were missing a Charizard and missing a Arcanine EX. So we actually threw in the normal Arcanine and we threw in the normal Charizard. So it was 1 normal Charizard, 1 Charizard EX, 1 normal Arcanine, 1 Arcanine EX. And we were playing it. Honestly, I was winning a lot. I was winning about 70% of the games I played. And then I opened the pack and I got a second Charizard. So I got the next Charizard for the deck. Somewhere down here. Boom. So we got this guy. Now we added him to the deck. Now we did do a couple modifications. I will show you what the championship deck was versus what I did and why I did it. So we are going to go check out the deck now. I'm out, everyone. Back to work. Enjoy the day. Brandon, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you always. We will talk, and I will talk to you this weekend. Okay, so this deck calls for 1 Growlithe, 2 Arcanine EXs. Now, we are missing one of the Arcanine EXs, so we just threw in the normal one. And this is also not that bad, because if we have to sacrifice a Pokemon, it is only going to give away 1 prize. So if we are in a scenario where he snipes a Charmeleon or a Charmander and then takes this out, we're still in the game. So it's really not that bad. And on top of that, with 130 HP, without a Giovanni, it can survive a couple of like an attack from Pikachu or from Staryu or Starmie, and can also dish out a decent amount of damage himself. So it is like a safety net purely because we are missing the Arcanine EX. Now, so it's only 1 Growlithe, 2 Arcanines, just to make it more consistent to get the Arcanine. We got 2 Charmanders, 2 Charmeleons, and then 2 Charizards. 1 potion, which is the same. The normal championship deck has 1 X speed, 1 red card. I swapped it to 2 X speeds. And then 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, 1 Sabrina. Now, the reason I swapped it is because I figured that right now 1 red card is not worth the drawback of not having an X speed if you don't start with a Moltres. Sorry, and we got 2 Moltres EXs. And because you want a Moltres EX in the starting position so that you get that free Misty turn as many times as you can, which we just saw barely happen in the last game because I was asleep most of the time. So we want to get Moltres in as quickly as possible, and having 2 X speeds could be the difference between starting with a Charmander, putting an energy up, retreating it, and waiting that full extra turn. It's just twice as much consistency to making sure that Moltres can start as our number 1 Pokemon. Played a lot of games with it last night. Only lost once to a Starmie deck that got a Misty turn 1. So today we are going to lab this deck out, see if it has any other vulnerabilities, and then next week we will do a day of this deck, seeing like what we lose to, what's going on. I mean, we are doing the statistics today, but today is a little bit of a learning day. Usually on my day 1 on the deck, I give myself a little bit more leniency and expect myself to do better on day 2, which we saw that with the championship Pikachu deck, EX deck. Day 1, I ended up getting 12 losses. Out of 30 wins, 12 losses. Day 2, I got 30 wins to 7 losses, right? So it gives me that day to just kind of weed out those little things that you wouldn't know. Okay, so we start with the Charmander, and we have the X speed. So this is the situation we were talking about. It's good that we are going to potentially, hopefully, get a Moltres right now and be able to swap into it right away rather than wasting any time. Does anyone know what a Yomi Hustle is? I do not know what a Yomi Hustle is. Okay, Growlithe, come on, come on. All right, not exactly what we want, but we do still have the Professor Research. And then because it is turn 1 anyway, there we go. Okay. So rather than do it next turn, where it really won't matter, we are just going to leave this. This is pretty much a perfect bench. I kind of do like having 2 Moltreses over 2 Charmanders, but we're not going to be too mad about this. And we'll do the swap next turn. Because we got 2 Charmanders, we can afford to take a little bit of damage here on Charmander number 1. Bro, Moltres is literally the best card in the game. I would say, so, I mean, in any role of any game that is multiplayer, well, not any game, but in the game where you can consider things as being DPS, tanking, and support, Moltres by far is the best support card in the game. Support Pokemon card. Maybe not the best support card, but as a support Pokemon, he has great utility. He can get kills. He's not weak to water. He definitely has a lot going for him. It's a game on Steam. I do. No, I've never heard of it. Oh, right. This is my turn. Duh, I'm just like wasting time. Literally waiting for him to not do a turn. Because it isn't his turn. All right. So he is very classically going to be doing exactly what we expect him to do, which is trying to get a Dragonite. And the beauty of this is essentially he's going to give us 4 turns of nothing. Like at most he's going to get a Wheezing out that poisons us. Like we really just don't have too much to worry about. And we're just going to balance. Oh, I don't know. Oh, we didn't even get it in time. I took too long. 2 on Charmander is totally fine. Usually in a game where it's going to be a little slower, I do like to balance it out just in case they try to do some Sabrina shenanigans. And also because we don't know, we don't have a Charmeleon and we don't have a Arcanine yet. So balancing it is not the end of the world. Okay, yeah. So he's going to do a little bit of poison damage on us. Yeah. And also, too, like, you kind of want to balance it purely to the point of, we have the X speed, so we're not going to put it there. Just because, like, honestly, if I get Arcanine, I'm using Arcanine. Like, Arcanine's explosive. I will just win this game before the energies actually come out. So here's the real question. We are going to put this here, keep the balance going. The real question comes up right now is, after this water energy, what is the next energy? Okay, so technically speaking, it will be next turn where we have to be worried about Draco Meteor. Now, this is a scenario where we do kind of wish that we did have our second Moltres on the board. A little bit more protection. Farms shop tickets with an alt account. What would be the purpose of that? He's very reliable and tanky. He's definitely... His drawback is that he's too... like, 2 retreat cost is very, very reasonable, I would say. Okay, so... This is the brace for impact scenario. But we do have a Charizard that is going to be ready. And we do have the X speed. If he plays a Sabrina on us, not that it even matters because it's going to be Dragonite. Come on, don't get 3 tails. That's it. Okay, good. We are going to just do it this way. Actually, let's just do 2 for onesies because we have Charizard in our hand. We are banking on him just not killing us. And he's probably going to Koga right now anyway. Probably going to Koga anyway. Anyone, if anyone's new, welcome. Please consider saying hi in the chat. We got a lot of people chatting in there. These are my regulars. They enjoy the Donnie's Pokestop. And have extra for a monthly hourglass. I see. There we go. Okay, we only got... That was about... Okay, we did lose the Growlithe, which does stink a bit. But the reality is he loses a Dragonite. Like... I would rather be in the scenario where I lose what I lost than losing a Dragonite. We will use the X speed here. And... Koganite. And we are going to just... We'll do swap. I don't see any reality where... he doesn't just concede this out. And we are actually going to just put the extra energy on Moltres just in case he does any shenanigans. Yeah, we can just play this. I'm not even worried about another Draco Meteor going off. This guy definitely does not have 4 turns worth of energy left in him. Even if he does a swap on me right now and puts Moltres in, since we did the extra energy, we will be able to do a swap. It's not a big deal. And even though Weezing's coming out right now, it won't matter. We'll just take the wind right out of the sails. And unless he puts another coughing on the bench right now, we'll just... Okay, and he does. Well, then we'll just let him do his thing and we'll just kill his Weezing. I mean, I sometimes, people have kind of told me from time to time that I'm a little quick to concede, which I really don't feel like I am that quick to concede. But I think in this scenario, even though I'm going to be 2 energies down here, like, I'm just going to be able to kill Dragonite right now. And even if I don't want to kill Dragonite, I don't even need to kill Dragonite. Really, I can just go for a coughing if I really want to. Okay. There we go. Well, let's just, he's going to get another energy up. Like, we're just, so he's going to be in a scenario where he gets to choose if he wants to retreat into coughing, where I'll use a Giovanni if he does that, or if he doesn't, then I will just use I could use Sabrina to get him back in and use whatever. It just doesn't matter. I'm going to do 200 damage next turn. Like, this deck is just like, yeah, okay, so we got the concede. This deck is just like, honestly, crazy consistent. Obviously, at some point in time, we are going to get a loss. It's inevitable. It will happen. But something to consider is, like, you'll see me really start with some atrocious hands. Yeah, he's cooked. Let's get an update. 4-0. You'll see me get some atrocious hands, and honestly, somehow this deck just pulls through. Because, like, honestly, Arcanine, three energies, doing 120, like, that's really not that hard to do without a Moltres. It's not that hard to do. It's definitely a doable feat. And, like, yeah, if we start with the Moltres, like, GG's. And we're going second. If you go second with this deck, like, there's just, like, no coming back from it. So he's got an electric deck, so the one thing he'll have going for him is that he is going to have, okay, so here's something to think about for everybody. This is a learning opportunity. So he is using a Lieutenant Surge deck, right? We can already tell that based on Pikachu. Now, Pincushion historically is a really good card, and it's a great card running Pikachu EX. But I'm going to raise a question right here, right now. In an electric deck, you need to have more basic Pokemon than just 4. We know that. But in this scenario, is it maybe worth, instead of having Pincushion, is it maybe worth, just maybe, having the promo Jigglypuff? 1 energy, fall asleep, versus 2 energy, 50% chance paralysis. I'm just asking the questions. Just asking the questions. We got the Charizard. We got a Charmander. With him running this deck, there is absolutely a chance that he's running a red card. Definitely would not surprise me. But we're also in a scenario right now where, damn, we're getting a lot of triple. I don't know. Is it 50-50, guys? Is it? That's okay. Maybe next turn makes up for it. But if he wants to actually get the ability of Pincushion, he still has nothing this turn. He doesn't get to use it this turn. Okay, so he's opting against it. Opting against it. And because of that, we are, like, let's just get Charizard in the best scenario possible. If we get Charizard, he can't kill us with 2 hits with Pikachu. Yes, he can kill us with a Thundering Hurricane, but okay. Okay, can we calm down? 6 tails in a row. This guy should have went for Pincushion. He would have been able to get paralysis off, guaranteed, at how good I am at doing heads this game. Guaranteed. Okay, so we only get 1 more turn. Okay, this will help. If we can get an X speed here, It's going to help for 2 reasons. And we did not. That's okay, though. We will still get Charizard up. Now, we are definitely going for broke. We are just accepting Moltres is going to die. Now, we do have a little bit of options because we have the Professor's Research. We have a 3 in 8 chance of getting a X speed. Actually, no. We have a 3 in 8 chance of getting an X speed next turn. So if we die and don't get the energy we need, we can technically try Moltres next turn. The next Moltres. Just to get what we need. Now, if this guy knows what he's doing, he's likely... I don't even know what to say. I literally don't even know what to say. 9 tails. If we'd gotten 1 heads out of the last 9, we'd be in a way better scenario than we are right now. We would have a situation where Charizard can go up and take out Pikachu. Okay. I did not want to do it this way, but we have to take a chance. We have to take a chance. And unfortunately, that chance is called Thundering Hurricane. If we do not get an X speed, we are also in a lot of trouble. But we just have to do this after getting 9 tails in a row. Okay, we got one more chance at this, saying we also need an X speed. X speed is a 40% chance on next turn. So that's what it is. I have no words for what is going on right now. $12. Okay, he would have gotten 12, guys. The game is literally glitching. It's so mad at what just happened. I tell you, that was nuts. Welcome, Miss Fire. How you doing today? Promo peak a Jigglypuff with Pikachu EX Raichu. Lieutenant Surge may not appeal very well with hyped competitive players. You guys just missed 12 tails in a row. It took 12 tails in a row on my Charizard deck to lose. Now, I'm going to say right now, YouTube is giving me a, hey, the internet is not very happy with you right now. If it is choppy, if we start getting loading screens, please let me know. Vincent, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Misfire, good to see you too. Everybody, let's drop a like if you don't mind. Really helps us out. Anybody that's new, say hi in the chat. We got an active chat today. We got Misfire here now. Vincent, Peter, Mew, Tower. Everybody is going off. We are playing a Charizard deck today. And we are missing 1 Arcanine EX for this deck, and we have swapped out the red card for a second X speed. Let's get an update on the board. We are at 4 wins, 1 loss. Funny enough, I just said we will get losses today, and it took 12 tails for that to happen. 12 tails. Let's take that in. That is the luck that it takes to beat this deck. Especially because we had a good start. We got Charizard relatively quick. We got 2 Moltres out in the starting zone without even using X speeds. I'm blown away right now. I don't know how it could have been so bloody bad. Thank you, Tower, for the update. But yeah, anybody that's new, welcome to the chat. I hope you're all having a great Friday. I hope you all had amazing Thanksgivings. I sure did. And I hope that your Black Friday is going well for you. Okay, we got 2 Moltres. I do like having 2 Moltres on this start. It would be nice to get, there we go. Any other Pokemon would be handy. Pikachu, or sorry, not Pikachu, Charmander would be sweet because we have the Charizard already. But we will take what we can get, and we will get it on the bench so we don't get red carded. Anybody that is new, please drop a hello in the chat. We got a lot of nice people in here. Joe is here. How you doing, Joe? Anybody that's new, we are opening boxes of Korean 151. For every 100 subscribers we get, we open a booster box. Once we get 100 subscribers, we open it. We are taking any new hits, making a collection. Once we get a complete set, we're giving it away to one of you guys. So if you want a chance to get in on that giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe. It's that easy. We also have a Discord that's pinned. We hit 31 members in a week. Pat on the back, everyone. We started it on Monday. We have 31 members already. So all of you, pat yourself on the back. We did good on this. And we've started a pretty cool community. I don't know. I take it as a good chance that when I get a good pack to throw it up for you guys on the Wonder Pick so that you guys have a good chance at it too. So I if anybody else gets a good pack and we're friends with each other, it's not a bad time to be like, oh yeah, I'll share that. Let's see if somebody else can get it from a Wonder Pick. Joe, how are you doing? That was impressive. They were struggling. I'm eating leftovers. Vincent, I wish I was eating leftovers. I will admit last night was a little bit of a leftover night for me. My wife and I, we got a turkey sandwich kind of dinner that we were going to do. But somebody invited us over for ham and turkey in the day, our friends. So we ate it there. And then instead we had leftover charcuterie board with brie. And it was amazing. And I have no regrets. 0 regrets. Okay, so looking at this guy's deck right here. Oh, I guess Hypno, the one thing that's really good about Hypno is it attacks from the bench. So I can't really be mad at Hypno for what he's trying to do. Got nothing else to do. That's okay. We will do the Inferno Dance. And this is a scenario that with us not having Charmeleon yet, we will be attacking with the Moltres. Wow. Okay. That's okay, though. As long as we get 1 heads, even if we get 1 heads every other turn, it is a free energy, right? It's a free makeshift Mayfair Misty. It's the Mayfair Misty. It's the Misty with a guarantee 3 tries, but that's it. There's no more than the guarantee. It's like hit insurance if you're a rip and shipper. Kind of. Very loose translation. Good. Thanks, mate. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Leftover turkey sandwiches are the best. Still working for another 80 minutes. What's this deck? Yeah, Joe. We are rocking this is a modified version of the championship, tournament winning deck. And you know what? We're actually going to... We don't have enough energy yet. Okay, we are going to... He can't kill us yet. We are not going to put the energy down there. We are going to put it on Moltres over here, and we are going to do 1 more because we've just been doing horrible on the tails. So we essentially built a really makeshift deck because we were missing 2 cards, and one of those cards was a Charizard EX. This deck calls for 2 of them, and I was able to get one of them yesterday. So I put this deck together. We were only missing 1 card for it, which we substituted in for the normal Arcanine. And then we did a couple switches. So this is our version of the championship fire deck. Now, I'm already not necessarily loving this deck for him, with him having a Hypno and a Jigglypuff. Just have one or the other. Okay. So we are going to do a retreat here now. Okay, there we go. We're just going to retreat this guy, and he is never going to see the battlefield ever again. Get Moltres in here. And we are going to put this this energy. We've been just doing so bad with the changes, but you know what? Just in case we need those X speeds down the road, because we have nothing else backed up. This is like Charizard or bust. We're in a Charizard or bust situation. Okay, there we go. That's what we wanted to see. 5 energies on Charizard will make us sustain for the whole duration we need Charizard. Joe, I will show you the full deck once we're done this battle. I wish Golurk is like Charizard EX that can do 200 damage with 4 energy, no flipping coins. Okay, so let's just take a look. He's trying to switch something in. Let's look at the board. What can he even do? Okay, he can Wigglytuff us at some point, which takes us to a 50% chance. No matter what, though, he cannot kill Charmeleon. So Charmeleon goes in. Even if he's going to... Well, Hypno wouldn't do anything. And that's the thing. Hypno kind of conflicts with Weezing. You can't be poisoned and be sleeping. You get one or the other in this game. You get one or the other. You don't get both. You never get both. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. So let's get Growlithe on the board. Now, the one thing we will say is that we're going to play this card. This is our favorite Charizard card. Boom. We are not poisoned anymore. And we will throw the potion down here. And now we will just start taking everything off the board for this guy. We are going to get... No, let's just throw this on Charizard. We do know that we are going to have a Wigglytuff sleeping situation coming on our hands. So he is taking this down to a coin flip situation. But you know what? Coin flipping is maybe what he needs. He might even throw something else out just to buy himself one more turn. But yeah, he's definitely taking this down to a coin flip situation. And due to that, if we are sleeping, we do want to get something else in the background ready to go because he has 0 points. Which our Moltres is definitely capable of taking this out. There's not a lot of firepower on this deck. There we go. And this is over. We will not waste any time. GG's. There we go. We get the concede. Update the board to 5-1. I wish Evolve didn't remove poison. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm currently working on a short. I did some footage for it. And I think it has more to do with knowledge, right? You need to know. You need to know what's going on. Like, why would evolving... let's be logistical about it all. You're right. Evolving wouldn't avoid poison in, like, the reality of Pokemon. But also, a Pokemon would never necessarily evolve while it's just sleeping for no reason. You know? So, like, where do you draw the line? You can't evolve while you're sleeping. Or, you know, so I think it is better for them to just keep it consistent. And if they keep it consistent, then that also means that they can have different status conditions that make it so that maybe there's a better status condition. Maybe freezing, you can't evolve through freezing. Or you can't do abilities through freezing. Yeah, let's get the board updated to 5. Please, 5-1. And we've got some potentially new people in here. Welcome, guys. Please consider giving us a subscribe. We will be on here for the majority of today. And actually, to be fair, today we have potential for a long stream. As long as you guys stick around and want to hang out, we will do a long stream today. We wanted to see how far we can get this, how far we can take this deck. I wish. Vincent is my favorite Pokemon. Okay. So this is a interesting scenario. We've definitely got... Okay. I like this. I like this if we get an X speed next turn. Obviously, it's not guaranteed. Definitely not guaranteed. It's a 18% chance. Woo, long stream. Joe, you always fall asleep in my streams. You're never here to the end anyway. And I'm not saying that like a challenge. It's so late for you. But I'm just saying you always fall asleep. How far did you make it into my stream yesterday? Don't leave, just, you know. No work tomorrow. Oh. So we're bumping on a long stream. Okay, we got the X speed. That is why we have 2 in the deck. Honestly, I'm loving this deck. Okay, let's get Moltres out. And let's get the evolutions rolling here. This guy should be scared. He should be scared. I mean, to be fair though, if he can get his Ralts line up each turn, every turn, then, you know, he definitely is not out of the, like, he's not in a full-on win position. Or, sorry, in a losing position. If he can get it up right away, okay, this is a scenario. I think we just need Charizard. Charizard can live through 2 attacks. We don't know if he has the Cresselia up or to put down yet. Okay, he does. But yeah, because of that, we are in a scenario where, like, we kind of need Charizard as soon as possible, because this is very much going to be potentially our very last chance with Moltres right here, right now. It may not be if he doesn't have Gardevoir. And maybe this is why red card is good. But you know what? I would never, ever use a red card if he only had 2 cards in his hand. Okay. Okay, we're still in the books. We are hoping a Gardevoir does not come up online right now. And he gets the Gardevoir. Okay. Either way, I think we win. Either way. We will see. This will be tight. And I think we are definitely in a winning situation. Because he's going to have no energy on anything once we kill this Mewtwo. Now, we do have Crimson Storm. Check. So here is where he has to decide. Like, obviously, he's going to be putting up Mewtwo. If he puts up anything else, it's not smart. But it's our job now to kill time. The real question we have to ask ourselves is, does he have any X speed in his hand? He very well could. But we get to, honestly, we're gonna, oh, we don't have our potion, and we wouldn't live through it if we had 1 potion anyway. Okay. So we definitely are on a Sabrina or bust situation here. So we are gonna Sabrina. So we really did want 1 more heads for this to be consistent. Like, for sure a win. Oh, that was wrong. That was the wrong play. No, that was the only play. That was the only play. We won this. Because if he'd put out the Ralts, we would have killed it with Slash. And, I mean, unless he's got 2... If he has 2 X speed in his hand. If he has 1 X speed, we win. 2, we lose. 1... There we go. We take the win. I will say if he... Oh, I was just going to say a Sabrina would help him immensely right now because we have nothing on the Arcanine. Well done. Okay. And we actually, this puts us in a slash position of not winning. Damn. Good game on this guy's part. We were 1 heads away again, though. 1 heads away again. Now, admittedly, so let's talk about this loss real quick. We'll add it to the board, obviously. 5-2. 5-2, this is a loss. But he had the perfect Gardevoir he could have gotten. No slowdowns on the Gardevoir whatsoever. So if we were to do a best of 3, who would have come out on top? I don't know. Alternatively, there might be an argument too. Well, no, I didn't get a good enough tail flip on Moltres, but there might be some sort of a conversation about I could have gotten maybe Arcanine up and fighting and not lost Moltres, maybe. But, and then lost Arcanine instead and had a Moltres on the back with an energy. Can't deny that. But it'd be interesting. I do really wish that actually there was a best of 3 mode. But let's update the board. 5-2. 5-2. I really wish that there was a best of 3 mode because that really is like the tournament format. So when you go into a tournament, anyone that doesn't know, you have to upload your deck list. You have to stick with that deck list the whole tournament. That is the rule set right now. Okay, so that's the rule set right now. And then it's best of 3s. I don't know if the end is a best of 5, but I do wish that there was a best of 3 format on here. If they're not going to add some sort of ladder with an MMR, I would love to see a best of 3 format. I mean, let's be real. That last game we played it. Chances are we both just said, oh, let's play another game. And now we're just playing different players. So why not just make us play 2 games together? Put a 15-second thing at the end, and then you can pick, oh, like, go right into next match or not. Thank you, Mew. Also, we will do a little break today in this grind just because it is a learning situation, and I'm sure you guys have some decks you'd like to potentially try against this. So if anybody wants to do some battles at some point today, we can definitely do an open format where you guys can put your decks up against this deck. Absolutely, that's on the table if anybody wants to do it. Rawr. Okay. Start hitting me. It's a very, very angry pony. Oh no, he doesn't have the energy. I was gonna say, is he trying to kill me next turn? Seems a little sus, like. But he can't actually kill me. He doesn't have the energy for Ninetales to kill me in 1 turn. He can kill me in 2 turns or 3 turns, but not in 1 turn. All right, so this Charmander is just, it's ready for battle. I'd like to get something else on the bench or get Charmeleon because obviously this is a cool scenario. What do you guys think? What is your favorite Charizard? The animated Charizard, the 2-star Charizard, or the gold Charizard? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Ooh, we're up to 9 likes, guys. Nine likes. We got 13 of you in here with 9 likes. I'm not sure we know everyone in here. Say hi in the chat. We got a lot of people. Welcome, welcome, guys. If you are not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Oh, there we go. That was he wanted to get it down to. All right, come on. Let's get something going on here. We need something else on the bench at the very minimum because we are in danger of a Sabrina moment. Okay, so I think sadly we just... Do we just sacrifice? I wonder, is there a play here where we just sacrifice our Charmander because we want to buy 1 more turn? I think that is what I want to do. I'm going to try it. We're going to just use 1x speed. We're going to put this Charmander up. He very well might use a Sabrina. But if he does, that's okay. That's not the end of the world. I mean, we were going to lose Moltres anyway. So making him pay a Sabrina to kill us, I'm okay with that cost. It would be very ideal for us to get a Charmeleon or a Growlithe even at this point. Just or another Moltres. Like, we just need something else. Our bench just feels a little empty right now. No work tomorrow. Joe, do you get a couple days off then, or just one day off? Okay. There we go. Flamethrower is going off. It bought us one kind of more turn. We are going to put Moltres forward now. Oh, it didn't even buy us one more turn. Well, I mean, I guess it technically did. Because we go like this, and now we sacrifice our Charmeleon, which we have worked very, very hard to get. That's unfortunate. Question is, does a Moltres have what it takes to win this game now? I'm not feeling good about this game. This might be another loss for us. But is that something to be said? Is that maybe why we're seeing more Ninetales decks recently? Are we seeing more of them because they actually stack up to this deck fairly good because of how explosive they can be? It's a good question. Peter, is that your favorite card? The animated Charizard is beautiful, the cinematic. But I have a lot of love for the original EX. It's just a beautiful card, not gonna lie. Sturmy, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Don't forget to drop a like. Good to see you. How was the rest of your day? We are playing the Charizard deck, and they have outmaneuvered us with a... That's right, no EX Ninetales deck was able to take this out. Granted, if anyone watches the replay on this, this was definitely... one of the less stellar starts we've had with hands out of the day so far. But we update it 5-3. That's the whole point of today. Today we learn the deck. The next day we do it. It is all about the consistency of how good we can perfect it. And you know what? That's the beauty of this game is all I'm showing you guys is what the current meta is. Because this is in, now people are like, they've got their thinking caps on. Okay. So the Charizard, the double Charizard and double Moltres and Arcanine deck, that's what's in right now. What are we going to do so that when a guy comes on here and I face him, how am I going to beat him? So that's what we're in the experience right now is we are giving people that like, okay, this is what you're up against. You know what you're up against. How do we beat it? And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to beat it. There we go. We're fighting this guy, player. He's quite the player, I've been told. Don't get a Charmander. Get anything but a Charmander. There we go. Funny enough, anything but a Charmander meant Moltres only. Okay. We are happy with this. This is a way, way better start to the game than we had last time. We may not have Charizard in our hand, but what this has is opportunity. We have Growlithe and we have Charmander. So we have two lines of potential rather than one. And we cannot attack. But that is okay. We do not need to attack. We were going to X speed anyway and get our Moltres in. Moltres in. Charmeleon out. And Inferno Dance. Anyone? Anyone up? Inferno Dance. We are bound to not just get beaten by the coin flips. There is a scenario where we don't get 12 tails in a row again. I see it. I see it. I got a question for you guys. I was looking at, whoa, okay, Ninetales, you need to calm down. You're being way too loud. Okay, we are going to Sabrina this. We are just trying to slow it down a tick. And we are going to also potion this, just in case a Rapidash comes out. Is Blaine better than Pikachu? I personally think so, just because Pikachu really needs their bench set up or they feel quite underwhelming. The thing is about Blaine, anyone correct me if I'm wrong. When I'm playing a Blaine deck, I know exactly what I'm going to lose to. I know all of my ranges right now. I know if he plays a Blaine right now with a Rapidash, I'm dead. I know how much damage it's going to do. Oh, let's go. Okay. This is good. This is good. I know it's going to do 120 with a Ninetales. Like, there's no surprises. No surprises. Okay? Whereas when I'm playing a Lieutenant Surge deck, they've got a Zapdos EX. They've got a Pikachu EX. They have other win conditions. And their other win conditions sometimes might be a retreat into a Raichu all at once and boom, and knock you out. But if there is still a Pikachu because they have full electric, then, you know, there's still just so much threat on the board. We are definitely in a we need Charizard right now or we lose scenario. Why are you doing this, Peter? What is going on, guys? I don't feel like we are playing wrong. Just Ninetales seems to be a pretty nice counter to this. Ninetales seems to be the counter to this. Pikachu EX is the best deck in your opinion, Vincent. There we go. Vincent said it. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. I really like the Pikachu deck. I think that the deck I'm using right now, despite what you guys are seeing, which we now are going to update to 5-4, this deck is really good against Pikachu decks. Pikachu decks I don't think are like as good as this. That's my opinion. That does not mean I'm right. Pikachu EX. But saying that, there are other decks that Pikachu is good at that maybe this isn't so good at. Maybe Pikachu EX is having zero issues with Ninetales decks. So, you know, it goes both ways. It goes totally both ways. That's the beauty of this game. And I also will say that I think that is why the meta needs to change, where in a tournament you're not just stuck on one deck, because the reality is, like, it's really tough to, like, if there's a deck that, like, just beats you, it's really tough to win a best of 3 of that, like, just running it back and back and back. Like, if you're looking at a 30% chance of winning in a best case scenario, like, you know, it's just only so good. So I think that the format needs to change more than, because that would be interesting. So let's just say you go forth. You both randomly pick your decks, like randomly as in, like, I choose this and then you choose this and we reveal at the same time. Okay, so I'm using Charizard, you're using Ninetales. Okay, you beat me with Ninetales. That means next game you have to use Ninetales, which means that I can use another deck. I can use the same deck or I can swap to a new deck. If I think, oh, my deck doesn't actually match up that bad, I'm going to keep it. Okay, I do it. If it matches up poorly, I switch it. Now, if I win that next match, okay, you just lost. You get to choose to either rerun that deck or run your back deck. I think that would be cool, because not only is that people instantly are going to be like, oh, that just means people are going to do counter decks, but not necessarily. There's a mind game in that. There's a very big mind game in counter decking, because Okay, so he beats me with Pikachu. Does that mean that I'm going to use a fighting deck? Because if he knows I'm going to use a fighting deck, his Mewtwo deck is exactly going to do the job in the next game. So, okay, maybe I don't want to use a fighting deck then. Is there another deck that might be good? So all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I've got multiple decks that, like, even if you switch to a deck where it's like a 50-50 against Pikachu EX rather than a guaranteed win, his back deck being a Psychic deck, be like, oh crap, that might actually match up really poorly against this. You see how that changes everything? I wish that I wished for less. Well said, PETA. Okay, so this is going to be a nice and quick win. It's unfortunate because we have been exactly where he is. Usually it's just with a Metapod, though. Usually it's just with a Metapod. And we get the concede. All right, we'll swap that to 6-4. Another win on the board. Am I doing the Venusaur event? That's a great question. That is a very great question. I've already done, I think, 6. Let's take a look. There you go. This is what we've got on the event so far. 2 Jigglypuffs, 1 Onix, 1 Greninja, and 1 Venusaur. We got Venusaur from our very first pack. And then we got the 2 Jigglypuffs. Those, to me, were the most important because I've been trying to run Wigglytuff decks as well as Bulbasaur being my favorite. And this is a beautiful card. This is a very beautiful card. So I would like to get a couple more of those. But yeah, I have run it. I am missing a card from it, which is the Haunter. But yeah, let's get an update. We are at 6-4. 6-4. Random match. Ooh, how close are we to... We're not they're very close to leveling up. One card we are missing. You know what? I think we have a pack we get to open. And I would be very wrong. We do not have a pack to open. We still want to get another Arcanine EX. At least we got one from the event, though. Master Duel World, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Online client, is like that. Okay, yeah. It is a beautiful card, Mew. Yeah. Come on, guys. Let's get an update on the board. We are at 6 wins, 4 losses. 6 wins, 4 losses. Not the most stellar start, but it's not the worst. We got 2 Pokeballs and a Professor's Research. Okay, so we got another Lieutenant Surge deck up here right now. We've lost to one of these today because of Moltres. So we want to keep that in mind for today or for this battle with Moltres. We can't let Moltres get caught with his pants down against the Raichu. Yeah, the deck swapping. No, Sturmy. Yeah. I got that. Okay. The real question is, can we get the X speed? Let's get really ahead. Oh, to be fair, I like this, though. Excuse me. All right, we are not going to be massively ahead, but we are definitely, unless we get red carded, we like our hand. Yeah, I would like to see it now. Granted, in Pokemon, so here's the thing. In Pokemon VGC, you only get one set of Pokemon, but it's pick 4. You get 6 Pokemon, pick 4, and each game you play, you get to repick, right? So it's like, oh wow, we've got like literally everything we could want. Oh, we just made a major goof. Oh, that's embarrassing. We didn't put an energy down last turn. Okay, we are absolutely... Oh, wait. No, he went first. Okay. Or we went first. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Sadly, Growlithe is just going to take a beating. I could have evolved. Maybe I should have. I got flustered. I got flustered. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. We thought we made a mistake. We did not actually make. And then we made a mistake by not evolving. But we wouldn't have evolved Growlithe anyway because we can't. I mean, we are hoping an Electrode does not come out. And if an Electrode comes out right now, that will set us back pretty good. If we get an Electrode, that gives us... Ooh, that's a good question. Let's think about it. If an Electrode comes out right now, we honestly just have to race to Charizard. I think, because Moltres will only have one energy. I guess we can Moltres once. And then we have to retreat. And hope that we get something else on the bench. So that we don't get Sabrina back into Moltres. Unless this guy just disconnected. Which is not looking good. But you guys aren't updating. Why are we not getting an update? We're at 6-4. Oh, there we go. Mew just did it. Oh, you guys making me beg. Making me beg. Okay. So, whatever that was, we will just pretend that that was a thing. I think we just won this by default, sadly. I would like to actually play this out because I would like more practice against the Surge decks. Inferno Dance. Here's the thing too, like if I get two energies right here, like I mean if I get any, okay. I almost wonder, I'm thinking almost Arcanine might be the better bet. He's so far away. Charizard's so far away. I think that's what I would do. Oh. But this guy's going to just lose right here. There we go. Not what we wanted, but it is what we got. Yeah, deck swapping would be interesting. I like the idea of it. It makes more sense in a card game standard than the VGC because it is kind of the same. Like even if you, let's just say, had to put forward 3 decks and then it was just like the round robin I talked about, that would be fun. You like you don't exactly know what deck they're going to use because right now you only get to pick one deck. So let's just say you've got this Ninetales deck and it's really good against Charizard, but like you're like, I don't know, there could be other things there. I'm going to run my Mewtwo. And then that one guy does pick Charizard and he just claps everybody because it just like countered everyone perfectly because no one was willing to take the Ninetales deck in. Just something to think about. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just means I talk a lot. Okay, so we got a Zapdos EX, we got a Professor's Research. Pretty much we are just hoping to get some Pokeballs or minimum get a Moltres. Because we really don't have a lot in our hands. This helicopter guy, not my favorite. I don't really see any value of having him over Electabuzz. That's just my hot take. Do with it as you will. We're not even going to attack. Let's just save our energy. We got Charmeleon. We got Charizard. We got a hope and a prayer right here. And there's no Pikachu on the board. Oh, it's like as if I've got like, you know, that few seconds of foresight. It's like a superpower. I'm like, they're like, oh, like why did they bring you on the X-Men? Like, are you mutant? Yeah, actually, I got this ability. It's like, oh, what is it? It's like I can see about 2.5 seconds in the future, which is really, really good when it comes to gaming. Oh, nice. Red card. Um, but sometimes I miss things. I don't get quite everything, but like I get enough that I can be a pain in the butt on certain things for sure. They're like, oh, that's quite a power. Like, why do they need you? Oh, well, actually, funny enough, the being part of the X-Men, it's a part of a school actually, and they've just started an esports team. What a weird conversation that would be. Oh yeah, I just joined the X-Men esports team. Oh really? Oh yeah. Kind of seems like not fair advantage. Okay. Well, we're gonna pretend like we still have a Charizard in our hand. Cause like, what else do you do? I guess that was the wrong play. That was the wrong play. That was the wrong play. Also, that what he did was wrong. I've got junk. Okay, we finally have something in our hand that is not complete junk, but yeah, what we did was wrong because of what he is doing. Pikachu has a 60 damage. That's more than enough to give this Charmander with 2 energies a very hard time. Okay, so we are running into a little bit of a, I'm not going to call it a situation. Absolutely not going to call it a situation. What I will call it is a, I mean, oh, this is going to be tough. This is very, very tough. I was just going to say a Sabrina would be about the worst thing we could see. Because it's going to waste too many energies now. Powerful. Peter loves the Pikachu EX. It's a disaster. It is 100% a disaster. Because, like, even this, we got a Charizard now. Okay, so what is our best? Like, okay, we can put this on the bench. We have to put this on the bench. We have to retreat. So all we've done is we are just buying ourselves a few more turns. Now, we need minimum 2 energy on Charizard to retreat even. 2 energy on Charizard just to retreat. And his bench is just getting massively developed. Okay, so we bought ourselves 1 more turn. With that right there. Just trying to think, like, what was, so we had to get the potion. I guess we haven't had, oh, we've played both Professor Researches. Like, this is just, so obviously there is something to what this guy is doing, or just not starting with the Moltres was the deal breaker on this. One or the other. Because in reality, like, I mean, I bought myself some more turns, but there isn't a card here that helps me. His board is developed enough that I can't get out of this circle. So I could, I can evolve that. I can retreat here. I can go into Moltres. And then I never get to retreat again. So sadly, if we had gotten Arcanine, maybe there would have been something. If we got him a turn earlier and he was out here, because he's only 1 prize, there could have been something there. The big mistake that we have to take away from this is that the 2 energies on Charmander in the front was silly when we had a Charmander in the back. Even just 1 on each would have put us in a better scenario. At least we would have had Slash right now. So we're going to take that under advisement. And we are going to take just a quick little 2-minute breather. I'm going to go and get some water, and I will be right back. we back. Welcome back to me. Thank you for whoever stuck it out. We lost a few viewers. That's okay though. Let's do an update on the board. We are at 6-5. 6-5 on this nearly champion deck. I am a little bit our crown rares ugly. What do you think, Sturmy? That's what you think. Does anybody else agree with that statement? Anybody else agree with that statement? Can we get an update in the chat? We are at 6 wins, 5 losses. We are playing a lot of electric decks today. A lot of electric decks. And we are getting a lot of not what we exactly want starts. I really... Okay, so we are facing a psychic now. At least it's not electric. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Wow, okay. Well, let's see what he does before we figure out where our energy is going. Joe, do you have any exciting plans for the weekend? I'd rather have an alt art Pikachu over the crown. Yeah, I mean you're talking about like the gold cards, right? The gold cards? I don't even have any gold cards on this account. I wouldn't know. One thing also worth noting, depending when you play in the day, the ladder changes quite a bit. To anyone that doesn't know that. Ladder changes quite a bit. People that are online right now are completely different than the people that are online in the evening. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily always about the look of the cards, if that makes sense at all. I only say that because sometimes it's just more about it being like the gold card, honestly. That's how it kind of was in the past a little bit. Moved house last weekend, so going to IKEA and Dungeons and Dragons with the boys tomorrow. Also, it's Survivor Series. I'm a massive WWE fan. I know I'm a loser. Dude, that's all good. My brother was a massive WWE fan too. So I don't hold that against you at all. Not even a little. Okay. So we are in a scenario where we are probably going to be able to kill this Mewtwo. He's going to kill us next turn. We are really just hoping that he doesn't get the Gardevoir turn 1. Hoping he doesn't get the Gardevoir turn 1. Or next turn. If he has the Gardevoir, we're in trouble. We need at least one more turn to go by. Oh, that makes it even worse. Joe, good question. Does anybody, and he does get the Gardevoir, like, so we're getting some bad luck now, and other people are getting some beautiful luck today. That is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Okay, so there is a way out of this. It's not pretty. We definitely need... We definitely need another Pokemon on the bench, though. And no Sabrina to come up. Oh, we could have played our Sabrina, I guess. Slow him down one turn. Anybody else play Dungeons and Dragons out there? Do we have any D&D fans? I play D&D. Joe, let me know, what class do you play, or are you a Dungeon Master? Or what class are you currently playing, and what is your favorite class? Okay. He bought me one more turn. Oh, that. Yep. You got it. You can do it. Okay. Oh. Oh. Do we... Oh, we only have 30 HP. We need a potion. Our one potion in the deck needs to come up right now. One potion was not come up. Wouldn't that have been something? If we had gotten the potion right here, guys. Of course, there is our Moltres. Oh, you know what? We can do something. So my character is a piece of ooze. I got inspired by Ditto. Technically, I'm a druid, but it's a pretty crazy build. Dude, that's sweet. I love druids. Druids are one of my favorite classes to play. All right, let's just let's finagle this a little bit farther. We need to buy at least one turn and get 2 heads here. I mean, technically we wanted 3, but I was trying not to be greedy. We did need 1 more heads than that. But that's okay. We're not out of the game yet. Mainly we're not out of the game because... oh, goodness. Okay, that makes this so much harder. Can we just talk about how fast this guy got 2 Gardevoirs up? Huh. So now what? Just attack with the Gardevoir? Is that the play? 2 Gardevoirs is pretty impossible for me to come back from. Because there's just no way to heal the Charizard. I already lost the other Charmeleon, and I don't have any Growlithe. Ever since we got those 12 tails in a row, guys, we have just had the worst of luck today, I tell ya. That's what it's been all about. It all can come back to those 12 tails we got in a row. I am currently in my character, in my current game that I'm playing. It is based in the Dungeons and Dragons fantasy world. We ended up going through a portal, and we are now on like a plane that is mostly like gloomy, and it's run by vampires. And I am a Gloomstalker Ranger, so it means that in the dark I am invisible. So I have been a silent assassin ranger, which has been a lot of fun. All right, well, I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't understand why he's giving me even just like a second to even try to get back in this. Because like there probably is something. Well, no, there isn't. He can just retreat and get Mewtwo in. He like guarantees that. He can just retreat at any point in time he wants. So we're just gonna call this one. Wow. When was the last time I was in the negatives? That's a rough bout. Rough bout to be in the negatives. But we do what must be done. Okay. So we are now gonna. Oh no, we are at 6-6. Let's get an update. Sturmy or Joe, if you wouldn't mind. Sturmy, have you ever played D&D? Peter, if you're still with us. Mew, if you're still with us. Let us know. Let us know. We are getting a lot of going first, it feels like, today also. Not going to discredit that. That does matter. And, like, honestly, we're not getting it. We're not getting it. Tell me about it. I was hitting heads about 80% of the time, But this week, but this last week, I must be around 20%. Anybody that's new, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. We are playing a Charizard deck today, and we are just getting stomped here with this deck. Things were going great to start, but you know what? With this being a Dragonite build, at least he's going to be slow enough that we might be able to get something off the ground organically, if that's even a thing in this game. I'm feeling better about this one, though. I'm feeling better. Okay. Let's get this out. Okay. Let's get things moving, shall we? Let's get one of these on the board. Let's get one of these on the board. Let's get one of these on the board. We don't even need to play that. We're just gonna do the, you know, get Charizard out and go from there. Get Charizard out and go from there. You scope my hand. Okay. What are you going to do? You're going to red card my Charizard? I'm already at Charmeleon and a bunch of other things that you're not going to like. You're not even going to do it. What was the point? That seems backwards to me. So, okay. We have a game going on here this time. It's not looking like it's just going to be instant loss. No, I haven't, but I know what it is. That's, you know what? I would consider giving it a go. It's very fun. This is perfect. Sabrina gives me the free swap that we wanted. He thinks it buys him time. Absolutely not. It just buys me time. Draco Meteor. Granted, we do not have all the evolutions we quite want right now. But buying us one more turn, we're not gonna be mad about that. We don't have the X speed. I was going to say, if we had the X speed, this might have been a little different. But I have been hitting a lot of tails. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. I feel ya big time right now. I wonder if, like, I'd be curious. Ooh, if they were like this Charizard deck, there's no way around it. The only way to do it is to just change it. Instead of 50-50, it's got to be 45-55. 45% chance on heads. But you know what's so funny is, like, we would just never know. We would never know. So it'd just be like this thing they could do, and we would never have any idea. Wouldn't that be just so powerful? All right, let's get a win here. Let's get a powerful win here. It's going to feel good. Oh, as the data is literally dropping as we speak. Excellent. Okay, we had a little freeze there. YouTube is giving me a notification that it is maybe trying to slow down a bit. You guys just let me know if it starts to drop. Oh. Definitely. Ooh. We're getting some funky colors here. Getting some super funky colors here. Okay. There we go. Wi-Fi is back up at it. But yeah, if it starts getting... Let me know. Does anybody want to try fighting this deck? Let's get an update. We are going to be at 7-6. Does anybody want to try doing a battle against this deck?